What's up, fellow Clashers? Apollyon here, taking you to the latest war that we've just finished a little bit ago. Running a little behind. I'm just going to make a Town Hall 9 and 8 on this one, go through it pretty quickly as we have a big war coming up, and I'll show you that in a little bit, a complete mismatch. This one is against Lorong Kamplet. We won 101 to 86. They didn't bring a little bit more than half of their attacks, and a lot of go wipes, a lot of dragons, a lot of 2-star attacks, which is what they did to our bases. A couple 3s, but mostly 2s. Yeah, so anyway, so that's what they did to ours. We had 4 less of a perfect war. We only have Town Hall 9s and below, so of course there's no way we are going to be able to 3-star this with, I think, was it at least 2 1-level Infernos. We might have been able to put together a perfect strategy to 3-star it, but again, it really didn't matter. It wasn't ever close, and I think this was about the same thing too, if I'm not mistaken, to level 1 Infernos with max Expo. So, tough for, Town Hall 9 to do. Not impossible, but tough. Didn't really matter. So let's go ahead and just check out a couple of these bases. We're going to do probably 2 or 3 of the Town Hall 9s, and then 2 or 3 of the Town Hall 8s, and just end up the video that way. So Huck's going to bring a Laloon here. He's going to bring I think a Shattered Entrance, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Shattered Entrance brings a max Golem, has 2 rages for those loons and the hounds, a jump spell to get into that core and take care of the queen and hopefully some of the expos. Drops a jump there instead of having to worry about wall breakers. They'll jump in there. King will aggro on the enemy queen and knock her out. Lava Hound in the clan castle, which it will be dealt with by the queen, and also has a heal left over as well, which we'll see what that's for. And still, there we go. He heals up the king there. Yeah, not quite sure about that heal, why it was brought, but it's still working. So the queen is going and sniping out all the little pups that are there, and wants to make it to that other air defense, and only needs to take out that last air defense, and then we can start the Lava Hounds. Almost done with that storage, and we'll target on that air defense, use the ability, and it's out. So right now brings a 3 Lava Hounds to go ahead and take care of those 2 last air defenses, drops the loons behind them, rages them up, get them through that the air archer tower, the Tesla, and hopefully make its way to the air defense, which it still has not been there. It has to drop 2 more loons under haste to get to that air defense. Need to take that out, and then finally that last lava hound will remain unbroken. So he's got to clean up with those lava pups that he has, as well as the rest of the loons. They only have the wizard tower and the archer tower to take care of, and they're going to do that very slowly, but he's run out of hastes. But he's got plenty of cleanup. Those pups are doing great. Everybody's doing great. All things are right. And we'll go ahead and speed this up exponentially. So, good job, Huck. Way to go. Good 3-star attack there. All right. So let's go ahead and check out another base to take a look at. All right. Number 5. It's a good attack by E-Ball, but we'll go ahead and we'll skip that one. Maybe we'll come back to it. Find a good base that we can check out. I think I had 4-star attack or something like that. I had 2 2-stars or 1 2 and 1. Both cleanups were fails just by a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out E-Ballins. They didn't have horrible bases, but they didn't have the best bases either. So. Alright, so we'll check this out. We'll check him out using a GoHo, because we just saw Laloon. He uses a Quad Quake with 3 heals for those hogs. I think they put a lot of Lava Hounds in their clan castles, which, for this is not going to, for a hog attack, is going to do just fine. He'll go ahead and use I think he uses, no, he doesn't use that. He's going to go ahead and drop the golem down there. Doesn't use the healer trick, the 2 archer healer. Drops the queen in there to take care of that lava hound while that golem is just barely getting tickled by that lava hound. It's not even doing, I think, 14 damage per hit. So that's absolutely nothing. So the queen's got to work on that. Wizards will probably jump in and start doing the same thing. And that lava hound will pop in just a little bit. The wall breakers are sent in clandestine underneath there, and they'll go ahead and go to completely the wrong compartment. Don't understand that at all. So had a wall breaker fail, but that's fine. He'll go ahead and use that quad quake in just a little bit. Just still working on that funnel. The lava pups are all gone, and uses the quad quake to completely open up that core, or semi-open that core. Not completely. There's still a lot of it that's not open. But the hogs can jump walls, so that's not a problem at all. The friendly queen's still walking around the base doing the queen walk without a healer, and hogs are going and taking care of all these perimeter defenses and start working their way into the core. The first heal is dropped where a potential giant bomb is. Let's see if there is one there after they take out that wizard tower. Yes, there we go. It's triggered, and they get healed up almost full, not quite. That heal just about was running out. Drops another heal, has one more left where that other giant bomb should be, and probably right between the wizard tower and Tesla. And we'll trigger that, and hopefully they're still standing in heals. Yeah, it looks like they got halfway healed again. Healing a little bit early on some of these things. They're not getting the full benefit with these giant bombs, but that's fine. And then finally that last heal is done. A couple point defenses, one splash damage with the wizard tower, and I think they'll trigger this giant bomb, but I don't think they'll be standing in heals. So all the heals were just a little early. Didn't really benefit too much from any of those heals as far as the giant bomb. So that's fine. Still gets 3 stars. 3 stars any way you slice it, and that's what it's all about. So very, very nice attack by E-Ballin. Way to go, man. Good stuff. So just on cleanup, watching them run 4 times speed, and way to go. All right. I think number 10 is the one that I failed on. Number 10, number 12. So we'll go ahead and skip this one. We'll go play that one. That one looks... I think a lot of their stuff are very similar. We'll use this one as the last Town Hall 9 one. Pretty common internet base. Giant bombs are in the core and on the south and southeast compartments. So go ahead and send the hogs in there for the lure. Grab that lava hound, and we'll use the trick, the healer archer trick. So anchor on, cleared out all the defenses there, so that you know, can go ahead and anchor on that dark barracks, and now send in the archers and the healers to go ahead and heal them up, and that way they'll just keep going, spinning in circles, getting healed and hitting for very little each. So we'll go ahead and drop the I think the stone entry here. So use 3 golems, 1 max and 2 brought in. And go ahead and start doing the funneling with these wizards. Has 2 wall breakers to go ahead and get into that compartment, or probably more actually. Probably had 4, but already used the 2 and has 2 more left over. Starting to make their way through the core. We'll go ahead and jump into that to make all the way to the queen after they take care of the enemy king. Archer queen looks confused. Good question. Now is really upset, and we'll start go ahead and firing. That king and queen will get aggro pretty soon as they take the jump. There we go. King's got it, and we'll start beating down, and then that queen is taken out right then and there. And the other queen, the friendly queen, will start just blowing stuff up. And it's time to deploy the hogs. We'll go ahead and do it in a clockwise fashion. Has 9 more left over after this is all said and done. 3 heals total. None of them have been used yet. First heal is dropped. No giant bombs there, I don't believe, but a lot of point defenses and a lot of splash damage. So pretty good. Deploys the rest of the hogs up at the the noon position, and go ahead and taking care of that wizard tower. Still has 2 more heals. The double giant bombs already been taken care of, so there is really nothing else to go ahead and trigger at this point. So this raid is completely all over, and they'll go ahead and take out that Tesla and have tons of hogs left over. It's all in cleanup. That other hound the enemy hound is still getting tanked by the 2 archers and healer, and then they finally just destroy the base, so everything is cool. So let's go ahead and focus on a couple of the Town Hall 8s. I'll skip through some of these bases just to see if they were anything good. All good attacks, but I think that was the same base design as what we just watched. And let's go ahead and keep moving on down. Okay, let's go ahead and check Yona hit the first Town Hall 8 here, bringing just a GoHo with a healer involved. Grab the lure. We'll go ahead and fast forward this as we use poison and poison. And that dragon goes down. So go ahead and do a golem heal. Drop that golem and start healing it up. So you don't have to use a shattered entry, and will save yourself about 16 spaces. Drops the wall breaker in to get in there. Does completely. Is very successful. Everything starts to reroute. Drops the P.E.K.K.A. in there from the clan castle. Max P.E.K.K.A. The wizards start funneling in there. Drops the king behind that. And they need to make it through, push through, trigger any giant bombs that are possible. And let's see, there we go. There's 1, there's 2. So now these 20-something hogs will have to make it through a base with just 1 giant bomb to trip, which is very, very simple. That healer is blown up, but she's done her job, healing that golem most of the way. The hogs are going to take over from now, and they'll drop the first heal in there and have 2 more left over. And they'll start making their way counterclockwise around that base. King uses his ability down there to start doing the cleanup preemptively. Drops the second heal, and there's still 1 more left over. And we'll have to drop that where that potential last giant bomb could be. Needs to push those hogs. They're running really, really low. Needs to make them go through. Fortunately, that Barbarian King is tanking for that Wizard Tower, so all they need to do is make it past this Archer Tower, and then they should be home free. That Mortar will do nothing to them, and then they'll go ahead and make their way into the Wizard Tower. Still being tanked by the Barbarian King, and now it's just cleanup. Not a lot of hogs, but not a lot of hogs are needed. So the Wizards are cleaning up top and on the bottom, and the hogs will go ahead and take care of that Town Hall and make their way up to that storage. So very nice attack. Let's look at 2 or 3 more. We'll skip through a couple of these bases and see if anything looks good. Oh God, these are the same type of base right here. These 2, yeah, very, very, very similar. So yeah, so let's check out what composition RD brings here. And we haven't seen a mass hog yet, so let's go ahead and watch this. So he'll go ahead and send the hog in for the lure. It looks like it's going to be a dragon and a balloon, but that minion will not aggro the balloon. So he'll go ahead and use poison and barbarians and wizards to kill that. That balloon is still running rampant. The wizards finally clean it up, and it's time to drop the hogs in there. King is used to tank a little bit and does a 3-finger drop, one from the 12 o'clock and the other from the 11 and 1 o'clock positions, and they'll start making their way into the core. Remember, the diamond shaped like this means you can heal those 2 in the core, as that's just the path that they'll take to start making their way down, and then you finally heal that last third one and the bottom for all either the point defenses or if there is giant bomb spots, which he does. So this is going to go fine. Tons of spring traps going off, but they're standing in heals, and they only have 2 point defenses and 1 of the splash, and it's all taken care of. So completely crushes this base. So very, very nice RD, nice raid, nice attack, way to get it done. And let's just look at 1 more, maybe 2. I think it was the same base. So 6-star attack for RD. Yeah, I think we've said about these ring bases before. So again, we're going to watch a mass hog, but I know a couple of you guys on the channel have been asking how you deal with a ring base, and this is a ring base, completely ring. So we'll go ahead and watch RD take care of this. He'll go ahead and, I don't know if this is a cleanup or not, if he knew that that's where the Skelly Trap was and is trying to trigger that, or just trying to trigger the giant bomb spot that's there. But he'll go ahead and trigger the two Teslas that are in that position, grab the Skelly Trap, grab the lure, and drag it into the corner, anchor down there, use poison. Balloon's not in it, but that's fine. And then he'll use Barbarians and Wizards, and he'll go ahead and send that King to start tanking for those Teslas and Archer Tower and Cannon, as those hogs go kind of scot-free. Those other Wizards will meet their demise on the bottom because there's nothing tanking for them, but that's fine. So these he's going to go ahead and just deploy these hogs in a clockwise or counterclockwise fashion, and he does it in the motion so that whenever each defense is taken down, they don't follow the ring. He hits each defense at a time. They do hit that giant bomb there, but you know, there's plenty of them that can make it to the core, standing in heals. He still has an extra one left over for when they finish these splash defenses, and it goes and heals up there. And all they have to do is make it in there, standing in the giant bomb. They're standing in heals under that giant bomb, or on top of that giant bomb, and only have that one last Archer Tower to take care of. Everybody's in cleanup mode. Everything's fine. So I think he skipped that giant bomb up top by sending in the hogs at the right time and breaking that ring. And let's just look at one more, and then we'll be finished here. I'm going to see if I might be able to find either a GoVaLo or a Drag Rider. So that's a mass hog. All right, let's do the GoHo here. So bring in the Quad Quake with a Rage and a Heal. Wants to make sure those Valkyries get all the way into that core, raged up. Go ahead and do a lure with, I think it was maybe a Barbarian, very simple lure. Drags it up to the top, anchored onto that Dark Elixir drill. Go ahead and fast forward it. He's got no poison, so he has to do it the old-fashioned way with Wizards and Barbarians. Shattered entry, 2 golems. Breaking into that top, we'll go ahead and bring 2 wall breakers to get in there. No splash damage yet. And there it goes, but it's too late. And their golems will reroute. Everything will reroute. And Valkyries have nowhere to go but into the core. Sends 3 of his own, 4 of his own, and 3 in the clan castle of Max Valkyries. And they're just going to make their way through the core. Go ahead and rage that thing up right there so that they can push all the way through. They will split a little bit, get some of those defenses and storages, but they will make their way into that core. King is aggroed. The enemy king is aggro. The friendly king decides to punch through the walls for some reason. Not very smart. But everything but those air defenses are not met, which is why we do a GoVaHo instead of a GoVaLo. So the hogs are sent in. There's no heals left over for them. There's only a couple compartments that can have giant bombs. That I think double giant bomb has already been triggered, so the only place that it is that Wizard Tower. But he goes and takes care of that spot really nicely. Triggers triggers a giant bomb, but just a couple of the hogs are hit from that. And again, it's all about the deployment of that, and you know, sending those hogs to both of those defenses so they're killed at the same time, and they don't pass from one to another. So just keep that in mind. If you're wondering how you can avoid giant bombs, again, watch that, and watch as he sends he does a 2-finger drop with those hogs to take both of those defenses out at the same time. Very nice texture. All right, so we'll go ahead and just take a look at our current war because it's just ridiculous. So, and then we'll go ahead and finish up this video. So one of the things I didn't mention is just good job to all the WHF Rising guys. Great war against that clan that we just showed. This is just craziness. I mean, we have I think we have 19. No, we have 18 Town Hall 9/8.5s. Most of them are 8.5s. A couple of them are semi-max Town Hall 9s. So, but I mean, we've just got matched up by a level 9 clan that supposedly I think is undefeated. And you know what? They might keep it that way. We're going to try to stop that, but we are undefeated. They're undefeated, but they're really coming with a huge advantage. I mean, first of all, you've seen that we have a Town Hall 9. They have a semi-maxed Town Hall 10. I mean, for all intents and purposes, yes, the walls could be a little bit higher. They're not max walls, but you've got maxed air defenses, you got maxed expos, you've got maxed inferno towers, and just about max everything else defense-wise. So we're supposed to do something against this, just insane. You know, if we can, it's going to be hard for us just to get 2 stars if possible. It is, but we have to do a perfect attack just to get 2 stars. There is no possible way that a Town Hall 9 can 3-star this particular base. So there's no way we're going to have a perfect war. And if you look at their composition of army, you know, you got a semi-maxed army except for dragons and Valkyries and witches. Well, witches I think is level Town Hall 11 now. So I mean, you know, they should be able, if any decent attacker at all, should be able to 3-star both our number 1 and number 2 at this particular thing. So we're not going to get 3-star on these guys, and they should be able to get 6 stars on our top 2. So that's already starting not very good. Our expos start, and I'm not going to show our bases, but our expos start at 1, 2, and 3, and 4. After a Town Hall, after our number 4 position, we don't have any expos at all. And you'll see as we come down here, they do have one Town Hall 9 short of ours, but if we check out their number 14, remember our number 4 is the last one to have expos. Their number 14 has level 3 expos. You know, so again, you know, it's just a completely mismatched type of situation. We're really going to have to bring beyond our A game, and I don't know how they attack or anything like that, but we are in a huge default, just a supercell complete mismatch with this particular war, and it's an unfair advantage to them, completely unfair advantage with everything that they're running. They have higher royals, they have tons more higher defense, and you know, Town Hall, almost a max Town Hall 10 to our Town Hall 9. So anyway, we'll see what happens. War starts in about half a day, so you know, we'll see what we do. Anyway, hope you take those attacks. Go ahead and get your 6-star wars, and you know, practice those 3-star attacks and go ahead and get them in.